Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi. מה נשמע?
A pleasure to be here. It's a beautiful, warm day, a nice evening. Looking forward to davening with you. Grateful to have Pablo on the piano to help bring a little bit of spirit and life into our music and our davening. And looking forward to hearing from you. Please sing along with us from home. Have your ice cream or your glass of wine, whatever you have for your treat tonight. And maybe send us a message this week. Let us know if this is working or if it's not. And looking forward to even a video of yourself singing along with us. We'd love that.
That will be fine.
We'll begin in the PDF online or in the CD with Shalom Aleichem. And the PDF is on page 5 for Friday evening services. Bottom of the page, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, O mi melech, Malachei Amalachim, Akadosh, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Our voices. Buachem leshalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon. O mi melech, Malachei Amalachim, Akadosh, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Malchuni leshalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon. O mi melech, Malachei Amalachim, Akadosh, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedkem leshalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon. O mi melech, Malachei Amalachim, Akadosh, Akadosh Baruch Hu. ויחד עד חום. יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה לה. Oh la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la 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 la.
We turn forward now to page 13 with the words Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash. Each day is new and deserves a new song, even though they feel like they're running together. It's nice to think of each day as being a little bit different, finding something unique in each day. Sing along with us, page 13.
שירו לאדוני שיר חדש. שירו לאדוני שירו שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ליום ישועתו, ספרו בגויים וגויים כבודו, וכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. Together, yalai, lalai, lai, yala, lalai, lai, yalai, lalai, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, your voices. Ya Elai.
Sometimes I try something when I'm trying to pray and finding that right space to pray. A chiropractor taught me this, of opening myself up. Not literally opening myself up, literally trying to find space in myself, trying to sit up straight, and in a way put the shoulders back, put the arms out. Sometimes you see people doing yoga, putting their arms up like this in a very vulnerable position, just opening yourself up in some sort of way it lets you breathe better and sing better, and your heart feels different, but also it's a way of opening yourself up to the possibilities around us. We turn now to Lecha Dodi, page 23, and we open ourselves up to welcoming in Shabbat as a bride, as a queen, as something unique and holy and beautiful to help bring a little bit of spirituality and sanctity into our lives. Page 23, Lecha Dodi.
Ya la 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 Lecha Dodi, ya la 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 likrat kala, ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavla, ya la 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 Lecha Dodi, ya la 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 likrat kala. Ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat nekavla. Shamur וזכור ודיבורך השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. יא אלי אלי, יא לה 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 Lecha Dodi, יא לה 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 לקראת כלה, יא לה 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 בני שבת נקרב לה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה לראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה ומחשבה תחילה. יא אלי אלי, יא לה 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 Lecha Dodi, יא לה 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 לקראת כלה, יא לה 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 בני שבת נקרב לה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, ומצאי מתוך אפיך, רב לך שבט ועמק אבכה, והוא יחמול עלי חמלה. יא אלי אלי, יאללה לה 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 לקראת דודי, יאללה לה 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 לקראת כלה, יאללה לה 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 בני שבת, בני שבת נקב לה. התנוערי מעפר קומי, לבשי בגדי תפארתך עמי, על יד ונשי ביתה לחמי, קורבה אל נפשי גאלה. יא אלי אלי יאללה לה 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 לקראת דודי, יאללה לה 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 לקראת כלה, יאללה לה 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 בני שבת, בני שבת נקב לה. We rise wherever you are as we receive Shabbat the bride, Shabbat the queen. בואי ושלום עטרת בלה, גם בשמחה ובצער עולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי כלה, בואי כלה, יא אלי אלי יאללה לה 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 לקראת דודי, יאללה לה 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 לקראת כלה, יאללה לה 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 בני שבת, בני שבת נקב לה.
A beautiful melody to welcome in the angel, the bride of Shabbat. We turn forward 2 pages. Page 28 is the end of the special psalm for Shabbat. It says, Tzadik katamar yifrach, those who are righteous keep on growing. Even when you think, even when they're gone, they still keep growing in their righteousness and the stories we tell about them, of those we love. Page 28 at the little red arrow in the middle of the page, Tzadik katamar yifrach.
צדיק אתה אמר יפרח, כארז בלבנון יזכה, שתולים בבית אדוני וחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו, עוד ינובון בשיבה, דשנים ורעננים יהיו, להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עוולת
hopefully you're breathing a little bit differently now. You feel a little bit different inside of you, hopefully in a good way. If not, you should probably call a doctor. But this Kabbalat Shabbat opens us up and tries to get us ready for what's to come, for greeting God in a different way with the words of Baruch Hu. So you can scroll down now to page 39. Those who are able, we rise, we face the ark, we face Jerusalem, we face where our heart points for the words of Baruch Hu on page 39.
Et Adonai Hamevorach, Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach, Baruch Adonai Hamevorach, Leolam Vaed, Baruch Adonai Hamevorach, Leolam Vaed. Uma'avir yom u'mevi laila, umavdil ven yom u'ven laila, Adonai tzevaot shemo, el chai vekayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam vaed, Baruch ata Adonai, Amari varavi.
Amen. Page 40, Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Israel, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limata, Otanu limata. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu v'shochveinu uvkumenu, nasiach v'chukecha, v'nismach v'divrei toratecha, v'mitzvotecha leolam vaed. Ki em chayenu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem negeh yomam v'layla. Ve'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim, Baruch ata Adonai, Ohev amo Israel.
Amen. Page 41, the words of Shema. We try to close our eyes. It's Some people put a shin over their eyes just to focus a little bit more on the words and on the sounds around us.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשיבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Adonai Elohechem emet.
We turn now to page 44 for the words of Micha Mocha.
Hey, mi kamo kaba elim Adonai, mi kamo neder v'kodesh, nurat teilot usefelet, nurat teilot usefelet. מלאכותיך ראו בניך, בוקע הים לפני משה. צלינו ואמרו, צלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. היי, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. יאי לי 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 la 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 la
We turn the page now. Hashkivenu, help us, God, to lie down and so we can be stronger tomorrow morning. Hashkivenu.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ותקננו וצא טוב מלפניך השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים ושמור צאתנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים ועל ירושלים ועל ירושלים אמן
We turn the page 46. Vishan, there's a lot of bells tonight. It's kind of relaxing. I'm at a spa right now. It's beautiful. It's a Mother's Day weekend thing. Page 46, Vishamru.
Are we ready? Deep breath. Vishamru בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם אותי לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We say Misha Berach at all of our services. Misha Berach really means may the one who blessed our ancestors bring blessings to us. We say Misha Berach as if that's the name of the prayer for healing, the name of any prayer where we call upon God in a certain way, in a way where God can speak to us in a personal way, the way that God spoke to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, all of our biblical forerunners. So we take a moment now to collect all the people we're thinking of who need a little extra healing this week, healing of body, of spirit, of soul. We collect them all. If you want to make a list of their names on a piece of paper, on your phone, just to remember who they are and who you should be praying about, who you're thinking of this week. Then at some point, maybe after Shabbat, reach out to them or their loved ones to check in to see how they are doing and what they need. You don't need a book for this. Just keep their names in your heart as we say this prayer, sing this prayer.
Sheverach Avotenu Mekor Abraka Leimotenu. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. And let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor abraka lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Still holding on to them in our hearts and in our souls, trying to remember who it is could use our extra healing this week, which doctors and nurses and medical professionals can use the extra strength this week to help get through and take care of those who they are supposed to be in charge of and taking care of. We now, those who are able, we rise for the Amidah, for an individual prayer, a moment of quiet for you to focus on what's important in you and in your life. When you're finished, you may be seated.
Ihu leratzon imrefi vegion libi lefanecha Adonai Adonai Tzuri vegoadi Ilu leratzon imrefi vegion libi lefanecha Adonai Adonai Tzuri vegoali
Those who have a glass of wine, of beer, of scotch, of juice, whatever it is, we lift our glasses for the words of Kiddush, to sanctify this day, to continue to sanctify this day. There we go. That sounds pretty good. We're on page 55 if you're in our Siddur.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam boreh beriah gafen Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kideshanu v'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodosho be'ahava u'v'ratzon הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בקרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך ואהבה וברצון הנגלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת אמן.
In mid-March, we had a meeting to discuss the year ahead. The synagogue leadership was there to put things on the calendar. All the professional staff, much of the board, went week by week throughout the whole year to make sure that all necessary programs, events, meetings, b'nai mitzvah were scheduled. The idea is that we do not cannibalize each other. We don't want 3 big events in the same week. We want to be sure that holidays and religious moments get the standout attention they deserve. We want to see if the year looks fun, interesting, meaningful, and that it has something for everyone. Programs for young families, for singles, seniors, high school students, empty nesters. Some things we can change. Men's club has an event or when the blood drive is. Some things we cannot change, like the date of Rosh Hashanah. But what that means is that now we have to think differently, since everything was scheduled a year ago before we knew the turns life would take. Shavuot is coming in 3 weeks, and it will not be how we planned it. Just like Pesach was not how we planned it. We will still have wonderful and interactive teaching, but it'll now be online. We roll with the punches a little bit, and we hope that you can join us. When the Torah was written, they could not have imagined this world we're currently in. But to be honest, mere months ago, neither could I. I think many of us would have balked at this scenario. The Torah helps us frame each holiday. Shabbat, Pesach, Shavuot, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, Flag Day. This week we read the first explanation of how to celebrate these holidays. Shabbat, it starts, is the day of rest. Don't create anything new. Make this day holy. Pesach, you shall eat matzah, then count 7 weeks, and then you'll celebrate Shavuot. Rosh Hashanah is a day for loud blasts, as it's explained. Then 10 days later, on Yom Kippur, we practice self-denial and offer atonement. Then Sukkot, where we live in booths. And for all of these, we have such wonderful feasts. For Shabbat, the most special meal of the week. For Pesach, Seders. For Sukkot, those outdoor autumnal meals. We think of the food, of the plenty with which we are blessed, of the cooking and prep we have to do. But it's there, brisket and fish and chicken and simmis and soup with knedlach and desserts of desserts. Rereading the Torah this week, it's a reminder of how much changes and how much stays the same, somehow at the same time. We still celebrate these holidays more than 3,000 years later in much the same way. Sukkot is still in booths. Pesach is still matzah. We still count the Omer, which we're in the middle of right now. Despite advances in technology, we still blow a ram's horn for Rosh Hashanah, and we still practice self-denial on Yom Kippur, our Day of Atonement. And yet the sacrifices mentioned in the Torah, the bulls and goats and birds, were replaced 2,000 years ago by the Amidah, by prayer, petition to God, and more importantly, a look inside yourself. The sacrifices were a way to feel connected to God, to be in a relationship with God. What are we doing now to be in a relationship with God? There's a sliver of a hint in the middle of these holidays. The Torah goes holiday by holiday. Here is what you have to do for each one. In between Shavuot and Rosh Hashanah, it takes a one-sentence break from holidays to talk about how we take care of the poor, the homeless, those who do not have the ability to celebrate feasts the same way we can. It reminds us that humans, made in God's image, are all God's children. That even when there are meals to prep and tables to set and Torah readings to learn and clothes to launder, and we think that our lot is tough because, well, I'm cooking for 20. Oh, well, I'm cooking for 30. I'm not discrediting those. Those are not easy tasks. But while we're in the middle of that, there are others who do not have. While we are living Jewishly, there are others who are just struggling to live at all. The Torah brings us back to the most vulnerable when we are distracted by outward holiness. One of the emails I received this week lamented that the quarantine is worse than the disease. The quarantine is hard. It's not easy. In most stages in life, to be holed up at home, but I know that it pales in comparison to the illness. Peter Schaldau writes, on the scale of current human ordeals, as the pandemic destroys lives and livelihoods, mere isolation hardly ranks as a woe. The path of a Jew in life, in holidays, in Jewish ritual, is always to have an ear towards those who are suffering. It tempers our celebrations. When we sit at Seder, we remember those who are hungry, who are suffering. When we celebrate the harvest during Sukkot, we do so by envisioning a life of uncertainty, open to the elements. So rarely do we look at the Jewish year from this bird's eye perspective. We focus on Purim and then on Pesach, going from one to the other, rarely thinking about how they speak to one another, what the year looks like as a whole. And then this Parsha, Emor. The big picture is not about the food and who to invite and what the service looks like. It's about who is not present, who is hungry, thirsty, scared, homeless, outlier, other? Who is on the sidelines, picking up our trash? Who is vulnerable in our world? Being Jewish, according to this parsha, is not about looking inside of our community, but looking outside. How we take care of other people, people who would never enter our homes, never be invited as guests. It's on the same level as the holidays. Why does it go here? Right after the explanation of Shavuot, Rabbi Meir Simcha of Dvisk, about 150 years ago, said, it's a quote, "We must know that the giving of the Torah on Shavuot was not only for the religious rituals, but also for the most reasonable practices, such as kindness to the poor and the stranger. For without faith in God, the human being becomes like a savage beast, showing no pity on even his own father. Therefore, it says that on the festival of Shavuot, you should celebrate the giving of the Torah, not just for the religious rituals, but also for the rational precepts, for they too are only made possible because God says, 'I am the Lord your God.'" I don't know if human beings are that terrible, that without rules, without faith, we are savage. But he is saying that Torah teaches God is in the stranger, not in the holiday. The holiday is the reminder for us for how to treat other people. Aside from being in a state of emergency in this country, the first time in our nation's history when every single state declared a state of emergency, but perhaps we are also in a state of moral emergency. To use Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel's words, how we treat the lowliest of people in our community is atrocious. How we treat and even talk about the other, the stranger, people of other races and backgrounds is astounding. The Torah here, and so many other times, teaches us that it is not Jewish, that it is inherently against God, against Torah, against Judaism. We are counting the Omer, more than halfway finished in our 7 weeks of counting. At the same time, we are counting our days of quarantine, not sure how high that number will go. It's time for a self-check. Where are we? Are we counting towards how to be more godly, how to bring more holiness into a crumbling world? Or are we solely worried about taking care of ourselves? Rabbi David Kasher writes, perhaps that is what the Torah is worried about as well, when it disrupts the serene flow of our journey through sacred time with an abrupt reminder of the hungry poor. For what do our holidays amount to if we only see them as a set of festive rituals and synagogue gatherings? How well will our Shavuot be observed if we forget that the Torah that we are celebrating not only prescribes religious ritual, but commands social justice? These sacred festivals are summoning us not only to worship, but to personal sacrifice. God has declared a state of moral emergency. We'll now take this moment to count the Omer, trying to raise ourselves in holiness, trying to get a little bit closer to God, to being worthy of receiving God's Torah at Mount Sinai. I'm on page 63 in our Siddur. Hineni muchanim zumanim l'kayem mitzvat aseh shel sfirat ha'omer. כמו שכתוב בתורה, וספרתם לכם ממחרת השבת, מיום הביאכם את עומר התנופה, 7 שבתות תמימות תהיינה, עד ממחרת השבת, השביעית, תספרו 50 יום. We read this every day that we count the Omer. Every night that we count the Omer, we read this paragraph, getting us ready to count the Omer. And guess what? It's from this week's Torah portion. It's from the Torah portion we're going to read because it says how to count the Omer in the Torah portion. It's very meta or something. And then the bracha, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Just as a reminder, last night we counted the 29th day of the Omer, and so tonight we are counting one after the 29th day of the Omer. I'm going to find it for real this week. All right. Hayom shloshim yom shehem arba'a shavuot shnei yamim la'omer. Today is now the 30th day of the Omer, and that is 4 weeks and 2 days of counting the Omer. We are inching closer. As a reminder, 30, 31, 32, 33. The 33rd day of the Omer is called Lag BaOmer. The Lamed represents 30, the Gimel represents 3, so the 33rd day of the Omer is on Monday night and Tuesday. it's a day where we can celebrate a little bit differently. The Omer is a little bit of a sad time for a lot of people, and so hopefully we get good news on Lag BaOmer. God willing, we get some good news this year on Lag BaOmer as well. After Minyan, before Minyan, around Minyan, on Monday night, we will do a little bit of teaching, add a little bit to our davening during Lag BaOmer. We'll continue now with Aleinu. Might as well stand up, face the Aron HaKodesh. We are on page 56.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו ושכינתו זו בגובי מרומים. ואלוהינו עינות אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום בהשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת עינות. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ויום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
This week, beginning today, Friday, going through next Friday, beginning with the 14th of ER, going through the 21st of ER, our community notes the yard sites of Elizabeth Weiss, Gerald Zimmerman, Murray Bass, Bracha Godwin, Carl Weiss, Carol Klein, Nancy Mays, Seymour Lipkin, Elsie Mitchell, Davud Maradian, Henny Sherman, Samuel Ed Spurn, Benjamin Woods, Marcy Schenkerman, Avremi Mansour, Elliot Axelband, Latif Tahir, Sarah Simpson, Patricia Block, Betty Daniel, Arthur Capel, Lazarus Falk, and Penny Neugroschel. May their memories be beautiful ones to those who knew them and loved them and learned from them in their lifetimes. Page 58, the words of Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, be'alma divara kirute ve'amlich malchute, v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv ve'imru amen, Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulolmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal Shemei dekudasha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen, Yehei Shalama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen, Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Thank you for being with us tonight. As a reminder, Yasher Koch to Paul, and of course Hazzan Pablo for helping lead and bring music to the service, and to Gideon for making sure our microphones are picking up sound. Hopefully you can hear us. If not, this is a very silly silent film. As a reminder, Saturday, tomorrow morning on Zoom, we'll have services, which will also go live to YouTube and Facebook and wherever else. And tomorrow night at about 8 p.m., we'll join together for Havdalah. So you can come, you can bring your wine and candle and spices, or if you don't have those, great, we do, we'll be okay. We can join together on Zoom for that. It's on the TEC at Home page. Sunday is Mother's Day, so you might want to get a nice face mask for the women in your life. I don't know what else we can give this year. And 10 minutes of quiet time. And then this week, we've got an interesting week lined up with more learning. I'm doing a class on Thursday night. We're trying to stay busy and stay connected with all of you. And then coming up in 3 weeks is Shavuot. So look out for information on that. Oh, and next Friday, we're handing out challahs again. It's going to be free again this time. We'll see what happens. Hallelujah. It's a beautiful name for us. Handing out challahs. We'll have egg and we'll have water. Get there early so that you can get a challah. I think it's 12 to 1 or so. We're handing out challahs next week. So looking forward to seeing some of you in person, behind glass and face masks and gloves and everything else. Anything else? So many things. All right. We'll join together now for Adon Olam. Close your Siddur. Just sing with us. Play whatever instruments you have in the house, and join us for Adon Olam.
Adon Olam asher malach v'terem kol yetzir nivra lehet na'asa v'chefzo kol azay melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kikrot hakol levado imloch nora ve'hu haya ve'hu ove ve'hu yeh ve'tifara ve'hu echad ve'sheni le'am shilo le'achvira ve'li reishi ve'li taklit ve'lu ha'oz ve'amizra ve'hu eli ve'chai go'ali ve'tzur chevli ve'tzara ve'hu nisi o manos li melat kosi ve'yom ekra ve'yado afkit ruchi ve'et ishan ve'aira ve'im ruchi geviati Adonai li ve'lo ira ve'im ruchi geviati Adonai li ve'lo ira.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom.
Shabbat shalom.